Welcome to the Universe Effect. I'm JP, and today's Earth Day, so we're going over how to ruin the Earth in 5 easy steps. If you really want to screw up the Earth, you should first look at how screwed up the Earth already is so you can exploit the weak points. This chart shows our progress towards complete misery on Earth. Let's take a look at ozone depletion. Most of the Earth's ozone is in the stratosphere. The ozone absorbs most of the damaging UV radiation from the sun. Since it absorbs these harmful rays, the stratosphere has a major role in controlling global temperatures and the biological structure of life on Earth. Human-produced chemicals called halocarbons and halons are the main cause of ozone depletion, and what's great is that many appliances radiate these chemicals so everyone can destroy the ozone. Unfortunately, there is an international agreement to discontinue these harmful appliances. The ozone layer is expected to recover in about 50 years, so we aren't going to put that one on our list. But there are many more ways to destroy the Earth. You've probably heard of climate change by now, but here's a rundown. Energy from the sun is absorbed into the atmosphere, and a portion is reflected. Once the crust is heated, much of the heat is radiated back to the upper atmosphere, where some greenhouse gas molecules absorb the energy, and then radiate the heat back to the surface. The average global temperature over the last 50 years has increased with the rise of global carbon emissions. In the last 150 years, we've raised atmospheric CO2 levels from 280 to 400 parts per million. This may not seem like a lot, but an imbalance in CO2 levels could wreak long-term climate disaster. Industrial activities contribute to climate change most effectively. Land system change refers to the increase in human population, causing a demand for more resources. The problem is that we are running out of some supplies. Growing grain to harvest cows and other livestock is terribly inefficient, but even if we convert it to vegetarianism, the amount of arable land could only support about 10 billion people. 24% of the Earth's land has a loss of ecosystem function from 1981 to 2003. 43% of the Earth's surface has experienced some sort of human-induced degradation, and 83% of the Earth's land is influenced by humans. If you want to keep this trend going, just keep the demand for these goods high, produce as many children as possible, and keep farming livestock. Climate change also contributes to land system change. Humans have intensified the amount of phosphorus in the phosphorus cycles around the world. Phosphorus is contained in rocks and minerals. It's released by erosion and mining, and gets into the soil and oceans to help plants grow and nourish the environment. In 2000, the phosphorus levels were triple the amount of the non-man-made flows around the world. Too much phosphorus in the ecosystem will make the algae in bodies of water grow too much. Algae releases oxygen during the day and consumes it during the night. When the algae levels get too high, more oxygen is consumed than produced, therefore killing small organisms and eventually having a big impact on the success of the ecosystem. The main causes of the phosphorus level increase are urban and industrial waste and inorganic fertilizers. 15 million tons of phosphorus is used in fertilizers each year. Synthesized nitrogen is also used in fertilizer and creates an imbalance in ecosystems around the world. The fertilizer is carried from farmland to bodies of water by runoff. Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth. Ecosystems thrive because of this. All of the previous categories contribute to the decline in biodiversity, but the main cause is deforestation and the removal of habitats around the world. When animals begin to die off, ecosystems collapse and the Earth grows farther into darkness. Some models predict that 150 to 200 species die each day, while others say around 75 to 100 each day. This may not seem like a lot, but it's drastically more than if humans were not involved. After the collapse of a few ecosystems, more and more are going to fall. 800,000 acres of forest are destroyed each day. The whole world is connected, and things we do affect everyone else. We can change how we treat the Earth. International legislation was passed to restore the ozone layer, and there's more legislation to stop climate change. We just need to open our eyes as the human race and end the injustices that we are creating on this planet. If you're feeling compelled to try and do something to help the environment, there are some links in the description you may want to check out. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the Universe Effect for future content like this. It does not help that some politicians and journalists assume the public is interested only in those aspects of science that promise immediate practical applications to technology or medicine. Steven Weinberg.